Welcome back to Starting Your Investment Journey audio series. I believe that you are excited to be here by now. You would have noticed how we are building this journey, just like the same way you would build your investment journey, step by step. Anybody that is impatient wouldn't follow through like this. But if you follow through like this, it means that you are a patient person and you can build your investment journey step by step. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about how to buy your first financial asset. Now, at this point in the series, I know that you are asking that, okay, now I know I have an idea of what to buy, but how do I actually buy something? So that is what we're going to be talking about. For many years ago, it is different. The way you buy assets is different. So for example, buying shares often involve physical paperwork, going to stockbroking offices, and long manual processes. But today, things are very easy. In few minutes, you have bought your first financial asset. So to buy most financial instruments today, you need a bridge between yourself and the financial markets. And that bridge is called a stockbroker. That bridge is called a stockbroker. I know you've heard of a stockbroker before, so we'll still talk about it. Who exactly or what is stockbroker? A stockbroker is a licensed institution that helps investors buy and sell financial instruments. Now, think of it like this. You cannot walk directly into the Nigerian exchange and start shouting, I want to buy shares. I want to buy shares. No, you need an authorized participant, and that person is your stockbroker, or that person is your broker. Now, the good news is that today, many brokers now provide mobile apps, they provide web platforms, they provide digital onboarding. So, and that means that investing is much more accessible than before. So you don't have to go to any physical place. You can do everything from your phone. So how do you get started? The first step is to choose a licensed stockbroker. There are many licensed stockbrokers out there. You are free to choose anyone that you want. That is your first practical step. Now, in Nigeria, we have a couple of them that I know. There is Meristem stockbrokers, we have Bamboo, we have Trove, we have Cardinal Stone Securities, we have Stanbic IBTC stockbrokers, we have Cowrywise. Now, many of these platforms allow investors to buy Nigerian stocks directly from their phones. Some of them are even allowing foreign stocks now, so you can buy stocks in dollars, stocks in euro. Some of them are allowing those things. So some of them, like I said, they provide global stocks and they provide other investment products. You see mutual fund, you see some other investment product that we've talked about, you see them there. So for most beginners, what matters initially is that you need a platform that is easy to use. You need a platform that has regulatory credibility. So what matters to you is ease of use, regulatory credibility, clear onboarding process. You don't need ambiguous onboarding process, and accessible customer support. If you need a customer support, do they have accessible customer support, right? So, and this is it. Don't spend 6 months trying to find the perfect platform. Choose a reputable platform and start learning, right? So for beginning, you may want to consider maybe Cowrywise or Bamboo. They are good, and I think you may want to consider them. Again, go online and read about them, download their app and get started. You don't have to use Cowrywise or Bamboo. You can go online and search by yourself too. So like I listed some of them again, let me list them again. Meristem is one, Bamboo is one, Trove is another one, Cardinal Stone, you have Stanbic IBTC stockbrokers, and you have Cowrywise. So you can use any of them, right? So just go online, read about them, download their apps and get started. So once you choose one of them and you download their app, the second thing, which is a step 2, is your KYC verification. So every legitimate broker must verify your identity. It is called KYC. I know you know what KYC means. Know your customers. So typically, what do you need for your KYC? You need your email address and your phone number. You need your BVN, that's your bank verification number. You need a means of identification, maybe your NIN, your international passport, your driver's license, your voter's card, right? You need a proof of address, and you need a passport photograph, or some of them, they allow you to use selfie verification. Just snap yourself directly and you upload it. So these are standard requirements across regulated investment platform. No matter which one you use, these are things that they will ask you. And one thing is critical. You need to pay attention to one thing here. If a platforms allow you to start investing large amount of money without proper identity verification, then it should raise a concern, right? And a highly regulated financial institution will want to verify their customers for security and compliance before they start taking money. So if you just log in and the next thing is that you start investing and you start putting money and you've not even done any verification, then it should raise a concern. So that is your step 2, KYC verification. Number 3 is now to open your CSCS account, right? CSCS account. And of course, don't let this confuse you. So when you hear CSCS, you start wondering, I beg, which one is this? CSCS means Central Security Clearing System. Central Security Clearing System. So think of it as Nigeria's central electronic vault for shares. So when you buy shares on the Nigerian exchange, the shares are ultimately recorded in your CSCS account, right? And the good news is that you don't need to create it yourself. So your broker typically handles the process during account opening. So once you open an account with them and you start buying your shares, they will typically open a CSCS account for you. And every share they buy on your behalf, remember, they are not the one that owns the share. They are the one entering the Nigerian exchange to buy it on your behalf. And they are going to put it in your CSCS account. Remember what it means, Central Securities Clearing System. So once you have your CSCS account opened, then the 4th step is to fund your investment account. So once your account is approved, the next step is to transfer money into your investment account, right? And your investment account is where your capital sits before you start buying instruments. For most brokers, they support bank transfer. They support linked bank account. For some of them, you can link a specific bank account to your broker's account, so that when you want to buy something, they directly charge that account. Some of them allow you to fund a particular wallet, and then you use that wallet to buy. So different system, but it is all similar at the end of the day. But one thing that you need to pay attention to in your first purchase is that start small. Very small if necessary. If it is your first time, start small. The goal of your first investment is not to become rich overnight. The goal is to become familiar with the process. Once you understand the process, once you do it 5,000, once you do it 10,000 naira, once you understand the process, maybe you buy your bond, maybe you buy your share, maybe you buy whatever you buy at the beginning. Once you understand it, you can always repeat the process by yourself, and then you can increase it. So once you fund your account, which is step 4, step 5 is to now buy your first financial instrument. I know that this is the exciting part. Now, let's assume that you want to buy shares. Typically, the process is like you search for the company on the platform. There's a way you search for the company on their platform, and then you view their current price, right? So if you want to buy at the current price, you enter the quantity you want to buy. You review the transaction cost, because they usually add some money to it for transaction cost. Then you confirm the purchase. So this process can often be completed in minutes through modern brokers app. Now, this is something I should quickly add. So it depends on the time of the day that you are buying. There's a time of the day where investment is open. So if you want to buy your shares, you want to buy something, there's a time of the day when it will tell you that it will open in the next 15 hours. Usually, I think it is open from a particular time in the morning to a particular time in the afternoon. Let's say, for example, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So after that time, it doesn't mean that you cannot buy, but it means that whatever you pay for, it is more like it is stored, and then once the market opens the next day, automatically your investment is processed. And I think in Nigeria for weekend, I think that you can't buy investment over the weekend. But it doesn't mean that you can't put the money. But once you put the money and you buy the investment, automatically, once the market opens, it buys for you, and you can go online and search for it. Now, let's look at an example. So suppose you want to buy shares in Zenith Bank, or you want to buy shares in Dangote Cement, or you want to buy in maybe BUA or Seplat or MTN or any other energy or bank or insurance, whatever it is, if you want to buy. So you enter the number of shares you want to buy, maybe 2,000, 5,000, depending on the number. You review the order. They give you the details of everything, and then you confirm. So once it's executed, you have become a shareholder, and that is very exciting, right? You have become a shareholder. Buying your first share is always very interesting. In fact, it feels good because you begin to feel like you are contributing to the economy. You are no longer a consumer. You are not only a consumer, rather, but you are now a part of the productive people in the economy. You now own a productive asset inside the economy, and it gives you a mental shift, and that mental shift is very important. Okay, what if you are buying a mutual fund? We'll give example of shares. The process is often even simpler for mutual fund. So many investment apps allow you to just open an account, fund your wallet, select a fund, and invest directly. So without having to choose individual stock yourself. Remember I said select a fund, and that is where you should pay attention. So are you selecting an equity fund? You are selecting a money market fund, a balance fund. Remember, we've learned all those things. So all the things that we've learned before, they will begin to make sense to you now, because you are now going to the platform to begin to buy these things. So make sure that you go about it the right way, because when you are buying mutual fund, you're not choosing individual stocks. You're just buying the mutual fund, and that is why many beginners usually start with mutual fund. So now you have known how to get started. Let's explore a few traps that beginners need to pay attention to. The first mistake is that many people want to wait until they know everything. You never will. You're not going to know everything. Learning continues throughout your investment journey. So start somewhere. Number two mistake is that they want to put all their money into one investment immediately. Remember what we learned about diversification. Put a small amount there, learn the process, and then begin to build other portfolio also. Mistake three is that they want to follow hype before they follow understanding. And that's what we have talked against in this series, right? So don't follow trend. Even if something is trending, you have to do your independent research to be sure that this is what you want to pay attention to. One of the things I said earlier is that the crowd is always late. The crowd is always late. Don't follow the crowd. Follow your own personal independent strategy. And mistake four is that sometimes people don't pay attention to the fees. You need to know that there is transaction fee, there is management fee, and sometimes there's FX conversion cost where possible. If you are buying something that is a foreign share or a foreign trade, you know that there will be conversion cost. So pay attention to that. And different platforms have different structures for charging. So make sure that you pay attention to that. Your first goal is not to double your money. Your first goal is to successfully complete your first investment. Open the account today. Don't say I'll do it tomorrow. Open the account today, fund it, right? Buy something that you understand. Track it, learn from it. That experience is more valuable than months of endless hesitation. Investing becomes far less intimidating once you understand the process, right? Remember, again, choose a licensed broker. Verify your identity, fund your account, and buy your first investment. Start small, learn continuously. Because every experienced investor was once a beginner, starting the exact place you are starting today and asking the exact same question. How do I actually start? So the goal is not perfection. Don't forget that. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to take the first informed step. And that's exactly what we've learned already in this episode. So now go ahead and implement what you have learned. In fact, I'll be so excited to know about people that are buying their first investment. That's very good. That's very good. So please go ahead and do something. Thank you for listening. Don't forget, learn before you invest, build before you buy, and always think long term. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next episode.